Okay, here we're going to be learning about the Akkala Ancient Tech Lab. Now the first you'll hear about this is after beating your first Divine Beast, the first time you run into Beetle after that, and then stable, he'll tell you the story right here that you're a great customer and it's Customer Appreciation Day. So he gives you a free ancient arrow. Now you can use these to shoot guardians. These are the best thing against guardians. You can shoot them right in the eyeball. And as long as you hit their eyeball, one hit will destroy them. So he's telling you where to find the Akkala Ancient Tech Lab. I'll come back to him. So anyway, this could be a really tricky mission. Sometimes if it's raining, it'll totally ruin it. I want to wait till morning. Now let's see if I have any wood. Yes, I do. I might need that. Okay, so I am up here at the East Akkala Stable. This is like way up in the top northeast corner of the map. And the Akkala Ancient Tech Lab is right at the end of the road up here. So I'm going to take my horse and ride him up that way. The problem with this region is it's always raining, and it's just like the Hatino Ancient Tech Lab. You have to carry a flame, and if it's raining it totally ruins your whole mission. Okay, now we're going to stop right before I get to this rock up here because there's a guardian behind it. So first you want to get this guardian out of the way. I did the shield parry right there. Whoa, I wasn't expecting that guy. I don't remember seeing them in this particular spot. Okay, we're going to keep heading up towards the tech lab. But before I get all the way up there, I want to stop my horse before it. I'll explain that a little bit later. So, you gotta take your clothes off. Because Robbie wants to see my scars. Okay, we don't need to hear all this. Okay, so I'm going to want to take this torch here. I had to get rid of a weapon for it though. Not sure what I want to get rid of. Maybe this thing. So, you're going to take the torch. I'm going to put my clothes back on. Okay, so we're going to head this way to the blue flame. See, unlike the Hateno Ancient Tech Lab, you got a lot of monsters. You got bokoblins and moblins that you're going to have to put your torch away and fight. By the way, if you use an ancient arrow on a bokoblin or a moblin, they'll incinerate, like, on impact. But you won't get their, like, their guts or their fangs or anything like that. Okay, so here's what you want to do. You want to light this. And what I like to do from here is make my way to the stable. Kind of acts as a checkpoint. Okay, here comes a moblin, so one thing you gotta remember is to keep switching from your torch to your weapon. Oh, that hurt. It's a good place to farm for moblin guts if you need them. At this point, I still need to upgrade my soldier's armor another level, which require moblin guts, so yeah, I'll pick them up if I can. guess I'm going to just keep on heading towards the tech lab, or the stable. See, a lot of times when doing this, it rains. And so what I used to do is give up, and I'd come back another time. But what I do now is just light a fire and sit by the fire, or if it's raining, I guess actually if it's raining you can't sit by the fire, but in that case I'll go inside the stable and sleep, and keep waiting until it's not raining. As long as you can get to the stable, that's kind of like a good checkpoint. Okay, now the reason why I didn't park my horse right in front of the stable, I said I was going to hold him back a little bit, is because I want to bring my horse back down here. If you park too close to the tech lab, your horse is too far for you to hear. You whistle to him, he won't come. It'll say your horse's name, it'll say so-and-so is, or so-and-so can't hear you. But if you stay just slightly away from the tech lab, he's close enough where you can whistle to him from the stable. So it'll really speed things up when your horse gets down here. Sure took a sweet time. Idiot. So you want to keep your torch out so it stays lit. The only problem is you have to hope there's not a blood moon. If you end up timing it wrong and the blood moon happens in the middle of this, that guardian up there is going to respawn. I want to keep that in mind. That had happened to me one time before. So he gives you 3 more ancient arrows for lighting the furnace. Okay, so you talk to Cherry the machine. And here's the stuff you could buy. You could buy 1 ancient arrow for 90 rupees. It also costs 2 ancient screws, an ancient shaft, and you need an arrow. Or you get 3 arrows for triple that, 5 arrows for 5 of that. Well, I guess no, it's not all triple and 5, because you look at the ancient screws. If you want 5, it costs ancient springs instead. But the ancient shafts and the arrows stay the same. Anyway, you can also get these ancient weapons like the ancient short sword. Now, I usually don't bother getting any of these weapons or the shields or the bow. I have got, sometimes I do get the ancient shield if I have the extra parts, like towards the end of the game when going to fight Ganon, then I might buy it. But otherwise, most of the shields you got are pretty good anyway. But this is what I like to get here, is the Ancient Armor. Got the Ancient Helmet, the Ancient Curious, and the Ancient Grievous. Each one costs 20 Ancient Gears, so it's a lot of gears to get. And if you're looking for ancient parts, then you want to check out my video, either farming for ancient parts or guardian hunting. I haven't decided yet. I might do a video where I combine the two, hunting guardians and farming for ancient parts, because ancient gears is really hard to come by. It takes a long time to get that many, and you need a total of 60 of them just to buy all 3 pieces, plus the 2,000 rupees each, so that's a total of 6,000 rupees you need for all of them. Ancient cores, you need 3 for each one of them, which is a total of 9. And as for the other ancient part, it depends on what piece. For the ancient helm, you need 5 ancient shafts, this one 5 ancient screws, and this one 5 ancient springs. Springs and screws are pretty common, but the gears, cores, and shafts are a little bit more rare. So the best place to find them, there's some guardian fields with decayed guardians that you can hunt or get them out of. Otherwise, you can actually attack guardians and get parts out of them. The bigger the guardian, the more parts you're going to get. For example, the decayed guardian, like the one I just attacked in this video, you're not going to get that much out of them, but for the guardian stalkers that have legs, they're a lot tougher. Those ones you can get a lot more parts out of. And I might actually demonstrate one of my ancient arrows here. Oh, by the way, if you get all 3 pieces of the ancient armor, and you get it upgraded to level 2 by going to the fairy fountains, that's another thing. The first upgrade doesn't cost much, but the second upgrade you need 10 gears for each piece. So that's an additional 30 gears. On top of first you got to pay 60 gears just to buy it, and it's another 30 gears to upgrade it to level 2. But when you get it upgraded to level 2, you get a set bonus of ancient proficiency. So whenever you're wearing ancient gear, and you use any guardian weapons like guardian swords or guardian spears or battle axes, it'll do double the damage. So I usually always get the ancient armor. The soldier armor that I'm wearing right now is usually the first armor I'll get in the game. And then when I have the rupees and the parts that I need, then I'll go ahead and get the ancient armor. And I usually wear that throughout the rest of the game. When you upgrade it to level 4, your strength will be an 84. As far as I know, I think the only thing stronger than that is the barbarian armor, which can be up to 87. But I'm just going to go hunt a guardian. Actually, maybe I won't. Actually, you know what? I will. I know where there's 2 guardians down here. So I'm going to go back to the ancient Akkala Lab. Or actually, no, I'm changing my mind because, well, I'm going to need some ancient arrows. But I should get some ancient shafts. So hopefully I'll get enough ancient shafts out of these. See, here's some decayed guardians where you can try getting some parts out of. I'm going to save my game right here though, just in case I don't get 5 ancient shafts. After this video I can come back to the save point. So I'm going to want ancient arrows, armed, Imagine that. He turned away from me so I couldn't shoot him in the eyeball. I got one ancient shaft out of that. Oh, I got two of them. I guess you could say I really got the shaft. So I'm hoping to get 3 more out of this one. See, sometimes Guardian Stalkers are hard. Oh. Are hard to attack because they move back and forth, so it's hard to get a clear shot at their eyeball. That one got him in the forehead, but I'll take it. I got 2 ancient shafts and an ancient core out of them. So anyways, that's how the ancient arrows work. Still a shaft short. I'm getting more ancient arrows, but that's kind of what you do the whole game. Throughout most of the game, if you want ancient parts, you just keep hunting guardians. Some of those shafts you're going to have to buy more guardian or more ancient arrows to use on more guardians. And eventually, as you go on and get tougher, there's other ways to fight guardians. You can check that out in my guardian video.